Hello everyone, welcome to Ollie Board. My name is Varsha Dhima, and this is our very important session, right? So the aspirants who had given NABARD Grade A Phase 1 examination, they're preparing for Phase 2, and you can expect a 15 marks question or 10 marks question also from the topic digitalizing as dairy sector. Okay, so we are going to discuss about this question, about this topic in our today's class. So the aspirants who are there in the class, please let me know that the voice is okay to you and the screen is also clearly visible. Yeah. The aspirants who are there in the class, please comment that everything is okay to you. See, nowadays I'm receiving a lot of messages from you guys that when the result for phase one will be declared. Like we are not having any such information till today. Okay? So as soon as a result will be declared, we will be there. We will be here to let you know that result is now visible on the official website of NABARD. Plus, NABARD release a list of selected candidates. NABARD is not having such कि एक specific वेबसाइट ओपन होगी वहां पे आपको अपना DOB नेम एंड रोल नंबर यू हैव टू मेंशन नो दिस इज नॉट अ वे कि नाबार्ड का रिजल्ट एक लिस्ट जारी होती है और उसी में मेंशन होता है सेलेक्टेड कैंडिडेट्स का रोल नंबर ओके सो प्लीज डू नॉट ऐड योर ऑल confidential information so any such websites okay be connected with the olive board we will let you know when the result will be released okay so here we have to start with our today's discussion and that is very important topic okay that is देखो अब आप चेक कर रहे हो कि एवरी सेक्टर इज डिजिटलाइज्ड ठीक है तो डिजिटलाइजिंग इंडियाज डेयरी सेक्टर दिस इज आवर टुडेज टॉपिक लाइक व्हाट आर द important initiatives taken in this direction okay that digital livestock mission is there so what are the important points related to it so everything related to the digitalization of dairy sector will be covered in our today's session some of the points will be very new to you so I'll suggest everyone to be in the session till the last minute okay and this is a complete course aspirant. You can be the part of this complete course. 2026 classes are started. Classes are there on the app. Okay, and you will be provided with the books also. So books will help you to do the like physical notes will be there. You can mark your notes. You can do the revision. So be the part of it. And the one who are like sure that they will be qualifying the phase one examination, they can be the part of this phase two crash course. Okay so this is a question that we will discuss at the end of the session. Okay, तो ये question है जो इस session के end में हम discuss करेंगे. In the beginning, I had mentioned the question for you to let you know कि कैसा question इस specific topic से बन सकता है. So question is, digitalization has the potential to transform India's dairy sector by improving productivity, transparency, and farmers' incomes. ओके वी ऑल आर अवेयर अबाउट डिजिटलाइजेशन के अंदर है इतना पोटेंशियल कि हमारी प्रोडक्टिविटी को इम्प्रूव कर सकता है ट्रांसपेरेंसी को एंड फार्मर्स इनकम लाइक व्हेन there is an application where all the real time data are available so that means you are having a very transparent relationship with the system right so digitalization is helping in such a manner so you need to discuss the need for digitalization in India's dairy sector the key areas where digital technologies can be applied and the challenges involved. Look at the question very carefully. So इस question में एक statement दिया है और फिर उस statement के around you have the questions like what is the need for digitalization? So there is a question what is the need for digitalization? And then another question the key areas where digitalization can be applied. Then you have to mention the challenges also okay, and then you have to suggest some suitable measures, like what kind of ways you can choose to deal with all these challenges so that you can ensure inclusive and sustainable digital transformation of the sector. Okay, so if you will get a 15 marks question like that, you have to write for 600 words. Your answer should be at least of 600 words. You have to start with a very good introduction, mentioning about the dairy sector. Okay. And as well as you can also mention like how the digitalization of the dairy sector was started, like in which year this particular thing was started. And then you have to start with the need for digitalization, key areas, challenges, suitable measures, and at the end you have to write the conclusion. Okay, so this is how you can write a good answer for the question. Now let's start our discussion. Like this is a news, recent news, that's why we are covering it separately. Okay, so these are the important key takeaways of this digitalizing Indian dairy sector. So this information we will do at the end. Okay, at the end also this particular thing is present. So but before going ahead, you can have a key highlights here. Like more than 36.68 crore animals have been issued Pashu Aadhaar. Now what is this Pashu Aadhaar is? Like we are having the Aadhaar cards now. Similarly, animals are also having the tag ID or the Pashu Aadhaar, which is having 12 digits in it. Okay, and that is to differentiate them each other. And all these animals are registered on this national, that specific platform or having the Pashu Aadhaar, and that is done under the National Digital Livestock Mission. Okay, and why it is important and what kind of benefits we are about to get because of this Pashu Aadhaar, because of its digitalization. It would be easy for us to track the livestock management, like how our livestock are managed or not. And over 17.3 lakh milk producers across 54 milk unions benefit from. So this is another system, automative milk collection system. And that system is also digitalized. Like the farmers will get to know like how much of the milk that they had provided is actually sold, and their payments will be directly transferred to their account. So it will give them like transparent payment transaction system. Okay, and it will also give them efficient operations. Like whenever you are investing on certain things, you are purchasing certain things, you are selling certain things, and as your product will be sold, you can see, you can track the information on this application, and you will get the payment immediately when the the commodity that you had provided will be sold. Okay, so you will get extra benefit. You will find these things easy to work upon. Okay, and around 198 milk unions and 15 federations use the internet based dairy information system for data driven decision making and performance benchmarking. Okay, so this is also important. Milk route optimization. So, GIS technology, we are using the geographic information system to track milk route, like from where you are collecting the milk, and optimizing the information. So, that will help the cooperatives in several states save significantly on transportation cost and improve delivery efficiency. Like I'm working here, so I'll collect the milk from the person or the dairies which are near to me, like in the time in the distance of 25 kilometer or 30 kilometers only. So that's how I can save the transportation cost, and that will also help in improving the delivery efficiency. So all these digital platforms are helping a lot in getting maximum output from our digital sector and to making the system more transparent and accountable. Okay, so this is important. Now let's start from the very beginning. Let's start with an introduction. So digital dairy sector is also having a very good importance, and dairy sector is one of the leading sector of coming under the agriculture sectors of our country. And India is the world's largest producer of milk. So if I look at ourselves, we are the largest producer of milk, and India is accounting for 25% of global output. Okay, and this livestock sector is continuously expanding. So to manage all the things and to maintain more transparency in the system, and for sure for the welfare of the farmers, there is a need that if the system will have digital tools, okay, so it would be easy for us to maintain all the things, right? So as we all are aware about that National Dairy Development Board, that is has been at the forefront of this transformation, developing digital platforms. So National Dairy Development Board come ahead, and then the digitalization of this sector begin. Okay, so this connect the farmers, cooperatives, stakeholders who are involved in this value chain. Okay, we know that whenever we talk about the dairy value chain, it begins with the farmers or animal husbanders. Okay, it begins with the farmers or animal husbanders who are involved in rearing the cattle. After them, it will be collected by the stakeholder. The milk will be collected by the different stakeholders or some intermediaries. They will transport the milk to the cooperatives, and that's how the things will work. Okay, so like transparency will, like digitalization will help in maintaining more transparency in the whole process, right? And these initiatives, why there is a need rises to digitalizing all these things, to modernize the operations, okay, to reduce the inefficiencies and to enhance the traceability, ultimately strengthening the world's largest dairy ecosystem. Okay, so we, whenever we have the track, for example, I want to check my Aadhaar card, I want to check my digital ID as I have a Aadhaar number. So at any point of time, at anywhere, anyone can check it and they will able to know like I'm the real one or the fake one. Similarly, when we will have all the registry here on the digital platform, so it will create more transparency in the system and anyone can trace the informations, and that would be easy to get a track about the things. Okay, now if I talk about this National Digital Livestock Mission, like how it was initiated, so as in the last slide I mentioned, it was implemented by National Dairy Development. Okay, so this board is having the front line, and this is a one that is related to all the digital operations in the dairy sector. So this National Dairy Development Board, in collaboration with Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy, represents a major step towards a unified digital livestock ecosystem, and that is Bharat Pashudhan. Okay, so on this, there is a specific database, records are maintained, and these database records are having all the informations related to the breeding, artificial insemination, health services, vaccination, treatment, with over 84 crore transactions are logged on this. Okay, so this is Bharat Pashudhan. So this Bharat Pashudhan is developed by actually, okay, you should be aware about these three important names. Okay, field personnel, including veterinarians, extension workers. So they are all, they have all the access, इन सबके पास पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन, इन सब इंफॉर्मेशन को एक्सेस करने की परमिशन है, ठीक है? और जो डिजिटल नेशनल डिजिटल लाइवस्टॉक मिशन है, दैट विल यूजेस द डिजिटल टूल्स लाइक यूनिक टैग आईडी होगी हर एक एनिमल की, ठीक है? एंड दैट विल बी डिजिटली और डेटा इंटीग्रेटेड. Okay, and mobile apps are also there. We'll discuss about the mobile apps also, and this mobile app will help the farmers. Okay, they can maintain the records, they can check the data at any point of time, and that will improve the productivity. Okay, so as I mentioned, as I was mentioning, there is a unique ID provided to all the animals, and this unique ID, it will have 12 digit bars in it. Okay, as it is in the form of a ear tag, is being issued to all livestock animals. Okay, and this is named as Pashu Aadhaar, like we are having the Aadhaar IDs. So similarly, the animals are also having the Aadhaar IDs, and it is named as Pashu Aadhaar. And if I talk about, as it is mentioned in the beginning, till November 2025, there are total 35.68 crore Pashu Aadhaar has been generated. Okay, and when this under the National Digital Livestock Mission, the 1962 app provided authenticated information on best practices and government schemes. Okay, so there is a toll free number, there is an app, and what you can get when you will contact on this app, you will get to know the best practices that you can follow to improve the productivity of your cattle, and what are the government schemes related with the vaccination, related with the artificial insemination, breeding practices that you can follow for your livestock populations that you are raising. Okay, so this is all about भारत पशुधन पशु आधार. ठीक है, now moving ahead, another important topic to discuss, so that is automative milk collection system. Okay, so we all know that it started with National Dairy Development Board in association with Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Okay, that we come that we come ahead with this National Digital Livestock Mission. Okay. Now we have automatic milk collection system. So what this system do? To make this process transparent, efficient, and farmers friendly, National Dairy Development Board has developed a automatic milk collection system. So this system is also developed by National Dairy Development Board. Okay. And what is it? It's a robust integrated software platform for managing every aspect of operations at dairy cooperative societies. So whosoever and whatsoever are the dairy cooperative societies and what are the different operations that are going on there. To manage all the operation, this is a software platform was developed. Okay, so what this automatic milk collection system do? It automates milk collection by digitally recording each transactions like quantity of the milk, quality of the milk, fat content, and instantly transferring payments to farmers' bank account. Like you might have observed around you, like there are some milk booths are there. Like you can go to that milk booths, you can collect the milk from there, like whatever the amount you will mention there and the money that you will add there, you will get the uh, milk in your container. Okay, so after that, that milk will be given to you, and the payment that you had paid, it will be directly transferred to the account of the farmers. Okay, so this is a milk automatic milk collection system. Okay, so using the open source technology, the system ensures traceability, and that's how the error that because occur because of the human who are involved in the service. Because human beings, sometimes they will be having some physical issues. They are not mentally interested in the work that they are doing, so they can create some errors. Okay, when the automatic system will be there, so definitely the error chances will be reduced, and that will create more transparency in the system. Okay, and the farmers will receive real time message updates on their daily sales and payments. Okay, and that's how cooperatives gain access to data driven insights and for better procurement and production plan. Like you will be able to know ना कि इतना अभी मिल्क आज यहाँ पे आया था इस बूथ में इतना सेल आउट हुआ. ठीक है, so for the next day you will be prepared कि इतना तो at least minimum इतना amount of milk तो हमें इस milk booth को transport करना पड़ेगा. Okay, to work it efficiently, और extra भी रखना पड़ेगा for a backup plan. ठीक है, so these informations will help the cooperatives also कि उनको भी डेटा ड्रिवन इंसाइट मिल जाए बेटर प्रोक्यूरमेंट के लिए, एंड फार्मर्स आल्सो क्योंकि डेली सेल पता लग रही है कितना डेली पेमेंट हो रहा है, दे आर गेटिंग ऑल दिस इंफॉर्मेशन. सो दीज सिस्टम्स आर वर्किंग वेरी वेल. Okay, and this system, this automatic milk collection system, it is integrated at union, federation, and national level. You can see it here. Okay, so currently they are operational in 12 states UTs, and they covers over 26,000 dairy cooperative societies and benefit over this much of individuals. Okay, so you can see when we talk about this automatic milk collection system solution, so these are the major application like DCS application, portal application, and Android app. So these are the different apps, and they are working, which are providing all the relevant information to the farmers and the cooperative societies as well. Okay. Now moving ahead, digitalizing dairy cooperatives with AMC. So under this, if I talk about the data, so 54 milk unions are there in 12 states. 17.3 lakh milk producers are benefited because of this system, and 26,000 plus dairy cooperative societies are formed under this. Okay. And if I talk about this National Dairy Development Board, Dairy ERP, like connecting procurement to payroll seamlessly. So you can see here, like these are the all works performed by National Dairy Development Board, Dairy ERP. So what is this? If I talk about this enterprise resource planning, Dairy Development Board, dairy enterprise resource planning. So all these are the objectives or the main work performed by this enterprise resource planning. Like other services are there, purchase and inventory making and making all the procurement details and other things, finance and accounting, okay, human resources and payrolls. So all these things are going on seamlessly because of the digitalization of this sector. Okay. So this National Dairy Development Board, dairy enterprise resource planning system. It's a comprehensive system, okay, and customized specifically for the dairy and edible oil industries. So for now, this system is customized. Do you know the meaning of customization? Like doing the changes in a specific system as per the requirement of the system. Okay, and till now, this enterprise resource planning system is working well in our dairy sector as well as in our edible oil industries. Okay, it is built on an open source platform, that is FRAP ERP Next. Okay, so it eliminates the need, so you don't need to install any software to work with it. Okay, and you can get it easily, and that's how you can get all the information, right? And this, like all the major operations you can do here, like under this National Dairy Development Board, Dairy Enterprise Resource Planning. So all these are the works that you will be able to do, okay, under this planning system, right? And it is integrated with automatic milk collection system also, right? So in this manner, like automatic milk collection system, like farmers are connected with it, so it will provide end-to-end digital solution, like from cow to consumer, like the person who is rearing the cattle to the person who is actually consuming the milk. Like everyone will be connected, like whosoever are there in the dairy value chain, they will be collected. They will be connected, covering the milk collection, processing of the milk, and distribution of the milk. So when everything, every information is available to you at your doorstep, at your mobile phone, you will find it more authentic to believe in. Okay, so this is how the system works, and these are the different portals developed, right? So one is ENDERP portal, right? So it is for distributors who are integrated with this, right? And this is also like MND. So this is a basically portal where all this integrate, like all the distributors will be integrated on this. And this is a mobile application, like all the important functions can be performed there, like the collection of the milk, the distribution of the milk, the operations, and how the farmer who is actually involved is getting his payment. So every information is available there, right? So this is about one system. Now moving on another system, that is Semen Station Management System. So earlier we had discussed about Metri. So as per the Metri, so who are they? They are the specific individuals who are providing the high like quality with the semen which is having the high genetic potential to the doorstep, at the doorsteps of the animal husbanders. Now we are having a digital platform also which is associated with this. Yeah, see Arun, in the beginning of today's class we discussed about it, like we are not having any such informations related to the prelims result till date. Okay, we are expecting it that we can get it in 2 or 3 days, but still we are not so sure when we will get the result for prelims of 2025. And as soon as we'll get information, we'll update you, right? So what is that Semen Station Management System? So as like there's automotive milk collection system, okay, which is creating more transparency in the dairy sector. Similarly, this Semen Station Management System, it is also a digital platform. Okay, and why there was a need arises to have this Semen Station Management System? Okay, it is to streamline the production of frozen semen doses and ensure adherence to minimum standard protocols and standard operating procedures set by the government of India. Okay, and what this system do covers all core operations of semen stations, like full life cycle management, semen production, quality control, biosafety, farm and fodder management, and sales tracking. Okay, so on this particular system, all these informations will be provided to you, right? And this system is also integrated with lab equipments and RFID full text for accurate, efficient, and traceable operations. Okay, starting from the production to the distribution. So every information will be digitally monitored, like for the milk, like for the semen as well. Okay, as well as, so this system is also interconnected with information network for semen production and resource management. Please go through these full forms, because some, like as you had observed one question related to Govardhan in your examination, similarly there can be another such questions in your examination, like from the Govardhan there was a question related to R stands for na? So similarly you can have the questions related to these full forms in your exam. Okay, so please go through it. So what is this? This is a national portal. What it do? It enables real-time data sharing between Semen stations and field level systems like INAPS. What is this? This is Information Network for Animal Productivity and Health, right? Now, developed. So, if I talk about this particular system, Information Network for Animal Productivity and Health, this Information Network for Animal Productivity and Health, it is developed under the National Dairy Plan 1, which is a World Bank funded initiative implemented by National Dairy Development, right? Now, and currently, if I say there are total 38 graded Semen stations, which are like now like established across India and are using this Semen, this particular Semen station management system to ensure like quality, transparency, and standardization will be there in semen production, and all the information related with the semen that they are provided to you. That all the related informations will be provided here on this system, on this port. Okay, so this is all about it. This is the information. Okay, this is about this application. What it do, it provides the real-time data on breeding, nutrition, and health services. This is about internet-based dairy information system, like we are having the geographic information system. Similarly, we are having the internet-based dairy information system. Okay, so what this system do? It is also developed by National Dairy Development Board. What it do? It also like the it provide the informations uh, for dairy cooperatives, milk unions, federations, and other allied units to systematically collect, share, and analyze the data. Okay, so this is providing all the real-time data, and currently they are total, as we discussed in the beginning, there are total 198 milk unions, 39 marketing dairies, 54 cattle feed plants, and 15 federations across the country. Okay, so we can say that our digital sector is working very well. Now, what is milk route optimization? So, this is also one such digital initiative, and that is also introduced by National Dairy Development Board. So, whenever we are talking about any digitalization and any digital work related with the dairy sector, please mark in your notebook, it will be associated with National Dairy Development Board for sure. Okay, so what that milk route optimization do? Efficient milk collection and then distribution is very important. Like I am collecting the milk from this dairy farm and I'm not able to distribute it at a right time to a specific individual. So what will be use? What will be of the use of the technology? And obviously the farmer will be at loss and I will be at loss and the distributor will also not get the milk on time. So there's a need that all the different components should be connected in a very streamlined manner. Okay. And that is milk route optimization. Okay. And it why it was done to make this process more effective and more systematic. Okay, so what this like milk route optimization do? So it replaces the manual planning by mapping milk procurement and distribution routes on digital maps, allowing easy visualization of multiple route options and supporting data-driven decision making. Okay, so when manually I'll plan something, I'll definitely there will be some loopholes or will be some things that will be missed or there will be some chances of manual error. Now I'm tracking all the things on a specific platform. I'm mentioning all the things on the specific platform. So it will suggest me the digitalized maps or the routes that I can follow to collect the milk. Okay, so this is a milk route optimization and which is working very well, right? And it is all enabled by geographical information system. Okay, so similar exercise in Varanasi Milk Union, West Assam Milk Union, Jharkhand Milk Federation, Indore Milk Union have also produced encouraging results, So by performing all these exercises and the different states in the different milk unions, we start getting the good results, and that is the feedback for the specific platform. Okay, so when we start using the new application, we what we give at the end, we have to give a feedback or a ratings and the reviews. If we like it, we definitely give the 5-star ratings and all. Okay, and that's how the other people will be inspired by specific. So this is how the good points or or the bad points of anything are mentioned on the platforms. Okay, so this is like, let's talk about it. So what is a conclusion? So as in the beginning we had mentioned, like digitalizing the dairy sector has made the system more transparent, more accountable. As we all know that we are the like the largest producer of milk, and we are contributing 25% of total milk production. So our system should be more transparent. Our system should be more valuable, accessing all the points. So that's why there's a need arises for digitalization of all informations, and that is on Bharat Pashudhan. Okay, and these are the integrated platform which are making this system working well, right? To making the system more efficient, transparent, and inclusive as well. Okay, so these are the important points related to the digitalization of national dairy sector, right? Now, moving ahead with the question that we mentioned in the beginning. So, this is a question. Let's talk about this particular question. So, in the beginning, we discussed about this question, why there's a need for digitalization of our dairy sector, and what are the key areas where digitalization is actually needed. And for sure, when we come ahead with a new technology, so some people will accept it with ease, and some people will definitely have a negative remark over the technology because they are not aware about technology. So definitely we will face some challenges. Okay, so we need to mention about the challenges also, and at the end we need to mention about the suitable measures that we can take to ensure inclusive and sustainable digital transformation. Right. So let's talk about it. Here we go. The right, like what should be the right answer for the question? So you can start by mentioning about our dairy sector. Like we as a country has evolved out as a largest producer of milk globally, and our milk is contributing 25% of the total milk production globally. Okay, and if I talk about our dairy sector, so it is supporting around 8 crore rural households. So basically, uh, the farmers who are having very small land holding, like the small and the marginal farming, having the land holding of size 0 to 2 hectares. So they prefer to do integrated farming practices. And the dairy farming is like a supplementary income source for them. Okay, because this milk is providing them the nutritional security, and as well as women are involved in these practices. When women are more involved in these practices, so it is also giving an opportunity for women empowerment. Okay, but despite its important, like this sector is having a very good weightage if I talk about in the economy level, but still this sector face different challenges like low productivity, fragmented supply chains, lack of transparency in pricing, limited access to formal finance. Okay, so that's how digitalization is needed. So when every important information will be available on your mobile phone, okay, like you are having all the real digits in your hand all the time, you will feel the system is more transparent. Okay, so that's how it is needed to modernize the dairy sector. Okay, so this is the way you can start writing the question. Now you have to mention the need for digitalization in the dairy sector. So as I mentioned, like to provide all the real-time informations to make the system more transparent, to get more efficiency. Okay, and basically dairy sector is dominated by small size landholders. They are not having access to technology and information, and manual milk collection, delayed payments, poor animal health monitoring, like they are not associated with any such government scheme which is related with the vaccination of their animals. Okay, and as they are doing the manual milk collection, so that is all not supporting them all the time. So they need to be aware about this automatic milk collection system. Okay, and if they are having a proper QR code, like all the payments will be directly transferred to their amount, so definitely they will be encouraged to work hard and work with more systematic or scientific manner in all their practices if they are working upon. Okay, And they're having inadequate extension services. Inadequate extension services like their extension professionals are not directly connected to them to let them know about the new technologies that they can follow in their practices. Okay. Similarly, we are having that Maitris who are providing the high genetic potential semen to the farmers at a reasonable prices at their road at their doorsteps. Okay, so if more individuals will be connected to the farmers and whatever the problems they are facing in a specific practices that they are doing on their farmlands or doing at their dairy sector, so definitely they will look for the solution and the solution will definitely help them improve their incomes. Okay, so that's why there's a need arises for digitalization, right? So absence of reliable data hampers credit flow and policy planning. Okay, if no data will be available, definitely the credit flow will be hampered and policy planning will be hampered. So digitalization can address these issues by enabling like real time data will be captured, more transparency will be there in transaction, like whatever the monetary benefits they are getting, efficient service delivery, improved market access, aligning with the goals of Digital India and doubling the farmers' income. So, if all the animal husbanders will be on a digital platform, well aware about the technologies for them, well aware about the government schemes and the programs to support them financially, is well aware about the payment system that are designed on this digital platform, definitely they will be able to improve their standard of living and they will be more confident in the practices that they are involved in. Okay, so this is clear to you. Now, these are the key areas where digital intervention is needed. So, first is a milk procurement as pricing, as I had already explained you about this automatic milk collection units. Okay, so these units are providing instant measurements of milk, like we are having the milk booth. Like you can tap on the amount of milk you want from the milk booth and just like pay the money directly, and that's how you will collect the milk. And it is having the information related to the fat content in the milk and solid not fat content present in them. Okay, so this making the system more transparent and fair. Another one is animal health and productivity management. So now we are having the technologies like IoT sensors, RFID taggings, mobile based advisory services. So like whenever a farmer he need a help related to his field, like he can call the Kisan call centers and he can get the genuine suggestions. Okay, like what like advisories are released to them. Okay, and on that basis, if they will do their farming practice, so definitely they are about to get the good output. Similarly, the animal husbanders they also need the good information related to their cattle health, related to the heat detection, vaccination schedules, and disease out. Okay, so there's a need of a technology there. If they will be technology driven, so definitely they will get all the informations on time and they can look for the solutions for the problems they are facing. Okay, and there's also one such initiative that is e-Gopala app. What it do? Provide farmers with advisory services. Like if some farmers or animal husbanders are raising the cattle population, but that cattle species is not giving them good results. So this e-Gopala app will suggest them some like what how they can improve the breeds, feed management, veterinary care, leading to higher production. Okay, so these are the key areas. Supply chain management and traceability, as I had already mentioned. Access to credit and insurance. So like uh, for example, I want to purchase a new cattle or a buffalo, but I'm not having enough money, but I am having all the required knowledges needed for maintaining the livestock population. So I, as a farmer, can go to the bank and I can also have the facilities like Kisan credit cards, okay? And that is for animal husbandry and livestock insurances are also there. So if the farmers are digitally well aware or that digitalization will help them to get all the monetary help on. Okay, market linkages and e-commerce. So as we discussed about this automotive milk collection units, milk route optimizations. So what they are doing, they're enabling the dairy farmers and cooperatives to access wider markets. Okay, so they don't need to depend upon the intermediaries. They can directly get to know about the real informations on time and if they are available on these different applications. They can simply track where the milk will be needed and they can transport it easily. Okay. Next is the role of institutions and government initiative. So at that it is also we need to mention about it. So in the beginning, I told you that National Dairy Development Board have a very good role to play here. Like whatever the initiatives that we had taken in the dairy sector, National Dairy Development Board has a very good role to play with. As well as like we have the rural infrastructure development for like agriculture infrastructure development fund. Similarly, we are having the dairy infrastructure development. And what they do, they help in modernization of dairy infrastructures with IT integrations. Okay, and if I talk about the cooperatives like Amul, it has demonstrated successful use of digital tools in procurement and logistics. Although in the meantime, we are observing the Amul is also facing a backlash nowadays because of some adulterations in the products. Okay, but Amul is one of the largest cooperative working in the dairy sector from decades. Okay, and it have a good name. Okay, but obviously some names or some brands they have to face some challenges in the mean course of time, and that's how. Okay, so you can mention the roles of the institutions and the government initiatives. Okay, NABARD have a very important role. We had mentioned about the funds related with the NABARD. We discussed about National Dairy Digital Livestock Mission. You can mention about it. You can mention about National Dairy Development Board also, right? And as it is mentioned, the question, you need to mention the challenges. As I mentioned in the beginning, or we discussed, like most of the farmers who are involved, or the individuals who are involved in the dairy farming practices and the farming operations, they are not so educated. Okay, so initially to make them aware about the technology, there is a huge role played by the extension professionals because they are the one who can go, who can visit the farm families and they can let them aware about the new technology. Okay, so after letting them know about the technologies, now another challenge is to let them about the digital platforms where they can have the registered IDs where they can connect directly and they can ask their issues. Okay, so initially there would be challenges in letting them aware about the technologies, but as soon as they will be aware about it, it would be very easy or transparent process. Okay, and they feel like this cost of technologies are quite high, data privacy concerns are there, resistance to technology changes. So initially they will face all these challenges, but later on they will start accepting it and they will start getting the good results out of it. Okay, so way forward, so if all the technologies will be more farmer centric, as I mentioned in the beginning, like whenever we talk about the extension professional, they should be well versed about the language of a specific village where they are going or with the farmers. Like I am going to the farmer and I have to tell them about a technology. Okay, but as for example, I'm not aware about the language or the Hindi, suppose, and most of the farmers there are like more comfortable in Hindi language, and I'll start giving them presentations so and so in English. They will not feel it. That is the thing that I'm providing to you is for them. Like they will think it is not their cup of, they will not take interest. But as soon as I'll start interacting with them in the language they are comfortable in, giving them the live examples, letting them be aware about the methods that they can follow, and providing them the results by doing the result demonstrations, they will feel connected with my technology and they just want to be the part of it. Okay, so if I want the farmers to be familiar with the digital technologies which are designed for them, they need to be more farmer centric. Okay, then only the digital inclusion will occur. Okay, so this is a way forward. At the end you have to mention the conclusion. So conclusion is mentioning the positive points related to digitalization and how digitalization has transformed the dairy sector. Okay, and how it is helping in the long run, like the farmers who are involved with the digitalization, now they are getting good income and that is helping them to improve their standard of living, as well as it is improving the food security and ensuring the sustainable growth of the dairy sector. Okay, so this is how you can frame a good answer for the question, right? You will be able, you also start framing a good answer if you go with the all the informations properly, एंड मेक श्योर एस्पिरेंट्स, देखो जैसे ही रिजल्ट विल बी डिक्लेयर्ड, आई लाइक माइट बी आप लोग के पास सिर्फ 10-15 डेज बचे, और उस 10-15 डेज में इट वुड नॉट बी इजी फॉर यू टू डू ऑल द आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस। ठीक है, सो आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस करते रहो, नोट्स बनाते रहो। रिजल्ट जब आएगा उसके बाद थोड़ा हम स्पीड और बढ़ा देंगे, अपना स्पीड थोड़ा सा और बढ़ा देना है। ठीक है, अभी के लिए with a good pace, your practice should be proper. ठीक है, ending the session for now. Before ending the session, आप देख सकते हो this is a complete course available on the application of Olivo. And these are the books. You can be the part of these books, and that's how you can do preparations with us. ठीक है, चलो ending the session. Bye bye and take care.